He is a correspondent for iChongqing. He's actually in Chongqing at the expo. And James, you've been there. What's really sticking out for you?
What's really stuck out for me is, of course, the most of the event has been online. So in comparison to previous years, this event has kind of felt a bit more low-key. But even so, there are still two main pavilions here, and they have a lot of physical exhibits that members of the public are free to come and visit. Also, I mean, there's been lots of high-level participation as well. We've had addresses from from big figures such as Jack Ma, and also Robin Lee, and also other famous people in industry. And also, there've been lots of exciting contests as well, particularly the iVista autonomous driving competition. Those have really stuck out in my mind. And also the level of smart automation as well. So I've also really enjoyed going into some of the smart convenience stores that are completely unmanned. Yeah, so really there are so many highlights here, it's really kind of hard to enumerate them.
And we're showing some of the video from the expo, the people that are there. It seems like at least a decent crowd there. You say it's different from years past. Is there still that exciting atmosphere that comes along with tech?
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. And all of the technology on viewing the pavilions is all for the latest technology. And yeah, people have really enjoyed coming to experience them. But of course, this year it's mostly online. So in comparison to previous years, it just feels a little bit more low-key. Yeah, but even so, people who do come here have been really impressed and also really excited to be here.
So James, we've been reporting for months about Huawei and more recently WeChat and of course TikTok. How has the pushback against Chinese tech affected the atmosphere there?
And to be honest here, from my personal perspective, it hasn't really had any major effect, not on the event itself. And, despite of everything that's been going on internationally, kind of within China itself, it kind of feels a bit like a bubble. So, what's really going on outside of the country has never really seemed to have like a major impact on day-to-day life here. So, I have been following some of the recent news about TikTok and also some of the controversy going on with Huawei. Yeah, but on the ground here, it hasn't had a really big effect.
Well, here in the U.S., whenever there's a rise in economic nationalism, if you will, you get a pushback to the Made in China brand. Do you think Smart China sells differently?
I think Smart China sells differently. I suppose domestically, it hasn't really made a big difference. I mean, of course, I've been in China really for most of the past 2-3 years without leaving. So from an international perspective, that's a little bit difficult to answer. But really, from here in China domestically, I can't say there's been any big difference, any big change over the past few years.
All right, James Alexander from iChongqing, thank you so much for joining us and enjoy the expo.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. It's been a pleasure.